Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Neha here. In today's video, I'm sharing my 7-day testing experience with the Celimax Dark Spot plus Pore Brightening range. Specifically, the Dark Spot Brightening Cream, the Sunscreen from the same range, and their Dark Spot Brightening Sheet Mask. I've been using these together for the past week and I want to be very clear from the start. This is not going to be a dramatic before and after kind of video. Pigmentation at this stage of life, like I am 40 years old, it does not work like that. And if someone tells you it does with topical skincare, you can treat them like magic, they are lying. What I can tell you is, what changed, what didn't, and what products together actually made sense. Now, before I talk about all these products, I need to give you a little bit of context because it matters. At around 35 to 40, pigmentation starts behaving differently, like it is not predictable like it used to be before. What I personally notice is this: even when a pigmentation patch, the one right here at my temple, even when a patch like this looks lighter on one day, the next day, boom, it can suddenly look darker again. That's because at this stage, melanocytes become dysregulated, pigment cells react more aggressively to inflammation, even if that inflammation is happening inside your body. So stress, sleep, hormones can trigger their visibility. So now when I'm testing any product that claims to reduce dark spots, I'm not asking, did it erase pigmentation in 1 week? I'm asking, did it reduce intensity? Did it calm any reactivity? And did it prevent it from getting worse? So let's start with the Dark Spot Brightening Cream because this is the product that has stood out to me the most. I've already reviewed this product on my channel, spoken about this positively on my channel, and that's because I actually saw a difference. The pigmentation on my right temple, which is one of my most stubborn areas, looked slightly lighter after consistent use. Not gone, not magically erased, but visibly softened. And that's an important distinction. This cream contains niacinamide 5%, tranexamic acid 5%, Mela0 V2 1%, plus ceramide support. And this combination makes sense for aging pigmentation because niacinamide helps with barrier strength and uneven tone. Tranexamic acid targets inflammation-triggered pigmentation. Mela0 V2 works on melanin regulation, and ceramides support the skin so it doesn't rebound. Would I call these fast? No. Would I call it realistic for 40 plus skin? Yes. And that's why I think consistency matters far more than expectation here. Now let's talk about the sunscreen because this is where people often expect too much. This sunscreen has niacinamide 5%, tranexamic acid 1%, panthenol 0.1%. And let me tell you one thing, this sunscreen is not a pigmentation correcting product. It is not a pigmentation treatment. At 1% tranexamic acid, it's there to support, not correct. What I did notice, an instant slightly brightened look, very comfortable to wear, and surprisingly lightweight feel. Even with 2-finger lengths full, it does not feel heavy or suffocating. In my weather, which is hot and humid, yes, I do feel it slightly, but compared to many other sunscreens that sit on the skin and feel greasy, this one is far more wearable. You could think of the sunscreen as protection first, barrier, comfort second, and pigmentation support, not treatment. Now let's also talk about their Pore Plus Dark Spot Brightening Cream Mask. This has a similar ingredient profile to the cream, including Melazero V21%, soothing and hydrating components. It also has tranexamic acid, same concentration as their sunscreen, and niacinamide at 5%. In the last 7 days, I used it only once because of my climate. Immediately after use, the skin does look calmer, hydrated, slightly brighter. But let's be honest, sheet masks are support products, not correction tools. If you live in a cooler or a drier climate, I think you can go ahead and use this 2 to 3 times in a week. But in my weather, which is hot and humid, I would keep it once in a week, and that too only at nighttime. Now, using all these 3 products together, I think it does make sense. I've been using the cream and sunscreen together for the past week, and yes, they do make sense as I said. The cream does the heavy lifting, the sunscreen protects and supports. This is how pigmentation routines should be built, not one miracle product, but systems that work together. So after 7 days, I wouldn't say I noticed anything dramatically different. Even in my last video where I tested this product for 30 days, in my 3rd week, I started to see some changes. So I'm not going to judge the pigmentation result in 7 days. And now I want your input. I have many products to test on my channel, and I don't want to give you rushed reviews. I want to test them properly and give you the right opinion, the right reviews. So let me know in the comments if you want me to keep using these products for the next 7 days or so, and give you an updated feedback after 15 days of using these, or a full 30-day follow-up maybe. If enough of you want to see that, I will commit to it and make sure I put that out on my channel, because with dark spots, especially after 35, time and consistency matter more than hype. So that's all for today's video. Do like and subscribe this video if it helped you understand how pigmentation works after age 35, or in this decade, and what pigmentation looks like. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, stay tuned, stay beautiful.